I get to save my volume after that air don't get to enter. So, I don't see myself. I don't just finish it. Really. The hot is finished, it's concealer. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Hope you had a good week. I know it's still daytime in some places anyway, but here is around 7 p.m. Here is by 7 p.m. Nigeria time. What time is it when you're watching me from? Please help me double tap your phone and give me a like, please. Bit of water. Double tap and give me a like, please. Just a little. Please, where are you watching from? Kindly double tap and give me a like, please. So, we're going to be having a very good conversation. Trust me, you're going to love this conversation. Let me go sit down so I can tell you guys something that happened with me. It has to do with my love life. So let me tell you guys what actually happened. Okay? So, let me bring it down. So I met a guy some years ago. Okay, so some years ago I met this guy. How did I meet him? Can you hear me very well? Please, if you can hear me, write in the comment section that you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Let me know if you can hear me before I continue my story. Okay, so I met this guy some years ago, and let me off this because of noise. Sorry, let me close the window because of noise, huh? Okay. I'm back here. Sorry. Noise of generator. It's raining so hard, and generator is on. So let me tell you guys what happened with my love story. So I met him. Okay, there was this day I was making this kind of love shape furniture, not like this, that one that has a love sign. So as a single lady now, I just wanted to have like a couch in my room because my birthday was actually coming. That's at that time. My birthday was around the corner. So I wanted to at least have a couch in my house in case one or two persons said to visit me for the birthday. So on that very day, I had I had gone to this furniture person and I've paid him for the furniture. So he finished making the furniture and then he gave me a call like I should come and pick the furniture. So I went there that very day. So I got to his shop. When I went, by the time I got there, it was around 5 to 6 p.m. You know, the sun was almost like setting. So I asked him that I needed a van that would be able to help me convey the furniture. Like I needed a van, you know, this open van, this small open van. So he said, okay, that he didn't have like he was not having anyone, but he could help me contact one. And I said, okay. So he called a particular one. The man said he was coming, and shortly after they waited for him. He didn't come forth again. We kept calling. He said that he had another delivery to do. We said, okay, no problems. Hi, Ava Pancake. Did I get your name correctly? Please give me a like, okay? Help me double tap your screen and give me a like. So, sorry, let me get my other phone. Because sometimes if I get messages, it might not pop up here. So I'll continue the story. You will love the story. Please hold on. Okay, I've gotten my other phone. Okay, so he now said, so we now started looking for another van because I wanted to carry that furniture that very day. Like at all costs, I wanted to carry because I needed it for my birthday. My birthday was the next day, or the next 2 days. So I wanted to carry the furniture at all costs. So like no vehicle was coming forward. So we're looking for every vehicle. Like we're unable to see any vehicle. So I now went to the roadside. I told him, okay, I should let me just throw to the roadside, and maybe probably I might see a vehicle. Okay. So I and him. Okay, so I left the furniture in his shop, and I went to the roadside to start looking for a vehicle that will help me convey the love seater chair furniture. So where I was there looking for searching, whenever I see bosses, I try to ask them, oh, please can you help me convey my listing, like less price, okay? You know, with my money. I wasn't seeing any vehicle to carry my stuff. So while I was like almost giving up, like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore, like I was tired because no vehicle was coming forth, and it was getting late. I didn't like normally I don't stay out late. So while I was returning to his shop, and I saw a guy. I saw a guy standing, inside a car, like you know this minibus, seated inside the minibus. So when I approached him, he was looking all calm, you know. So I felt like, okay, maybe let me approach him and be able to help me. Not like for free, or I was in my money. But you know, when it's late and everybody's in a hurry to go home and all of those things, they have their passengers already. So so and I now approached him and I was like, okay, hello, good evening, sir. He answered me and I was like, okay, I had a furniture that I wanted to carry. That is just one love seater furniture, not too long, like just moderate, like a 3-seater, but it's a love shape kind of. So he now said, okay, like he now said, no, that he cannot carry because he doesn't carry such that. He does a different business that is that the minibus he was carrying was his company's minibus, okay, and he doesn't do that kind of business. So now pleaded with him and said, please, that is not for free. Like I was going to pay him, and you should please that we should negotiate, you know. So he was still like, oh no, that he cannot help me, that he cannot carry the stuff, and that's okay. Why don't you just come and see it first? If you are unable to carry, no problem, you can go your way. Okay, but first of all, come and see it. And I said, okay. So, and I entered the car, and then we drove to the carpenter's shop. So when we got there, when we got to the shop, once we got to the man's shop, he now saw the stuff, not like, okay, that he will need to carry it. And I said, thank God. So, and I asked him how much he will carry the stuff. So he now told me price. We started negotiating price. How much? Said negotiating price. Okay. He now said How much did he even charge me? So I felt like, oh, it was that. I told him that it was much. Like just from that place to my house, which was roughly like around 20 minutes. If there was no hold up, like 20 minutes, or even lesser, if there was no hold up, it's less than 20 minutes. So we now negotiated price and then we came to an agreed price. So when we came to an agreed price, not agreed on a specific price, we now carried and then we're going. So while we're going now, I asked him to follow a particular route. He said no, that he was not following that route. I wanted to follow another route. I said okay. I didn't want to like argue with him because last at least I was able to see somebody that could carry my property. So we now went through his route. So let me have water. Okay. So we now went through his route. So while we're going, we now met hold up. We met hold up along the line, and when someone I was like, okay, I was like, you see that you would have followed where I said you should follow, but look here now, we've met with hold up. And I said, no problem. So along the line, I asked him because I was a very beautiful girl. You need to see how I was there. That time I was still modeling, I was a model and I was slim, beautiful, and all of that. So I was like, oh, beautiful girl, what's your name? I didn't want to talk to him because he really stressed me out. Help me carry this. I was going to pay you, and he was still stressing me. After he agreed to carry it, like he was giving me high price. So all that whole drama, and as a fine girl I was then, I still am anyways, but then I was more beautiful. As a fine girl I was then, like I feel like men don't used to do me guys. So why was this one doing all this shakara for me, like all this guy for me? So I felt so like somehow. So when he was asking me, I just threw my face away through the window. I didn't want to talk to him. So then I said, and I insisted and asked again. He said, what's your name? What do you do? He was asking like, I didn't want to talk to him. He telling me about himself. Like, okay, he's, this person, he's also a digital marketer. That business was like his side hustle, okay? Like he does it when he's free, because he works remotely, and all of those things. So when he said he was a digital marketer, he actually got my attention because as at that time, now to run a foundation, okay? And I always like people that could promote my foundation and all of those things. I was doing a lot of things then. So I need people that could put me out there on social media, So, and he was also he's also a PR expert. So I needed people that could, project my image and everything I was doing at that time. So when the more he said that to me, I started making conversation with him, started talking, like getting to know him better. Now, here is another twist. While we're having that conversation, we're going, he was doing like a short leave, okay? So and I saw a tattoo on his hand, and at that time, I had so much what was that word? Like I really dislike tattoo a lot as of them. Okay. So I saw that tattoo on his but when I saw the tattoo I was a bit disgusted. And as at that time I had this mindset that it was just a mindset then, but as you grow older you get to learn, you get to like, upgrade in your thinking. So as I then and I felt like when I saw him with the tattoo, I felt like then I used to think that it's only people that are easily protest, that I used to have tattoo. So when I saw the tattoo already, I didn't want to like be so close to him. So when he was like talking to me, I was like in my head. So when he eventually dropped the stuff in my house, I wanted to leave because where I come from, when someone comes to your house, you must give that person, you must offer that person something to at least eat. It's just like something we are used, like a culture, something we already used to where we come from. Okay. So when he was in my house now, before he left, I had some soft drinks in the fridge. So and I offered him the soft drink that was in my fridge. And I said, okay, have some drinks and water. I think I gave him drink and water or something. I can't remember. So he now took it and see this guy, shameless guy. Someone that charged me after charging me so much money. you're collecting something from me. Men that used to have soft spot for lady, this one is different. I was thinking all that in my head. I didn't say it out to him. So when he was about leaving, when as he was driving out of my company, he was not like, "Can I have your number, please? Please, give me your number. Guys, please help me like, give me like, please help me double tap your screen to make more people see my life, please. I'm sharing a very important story. It might inspire you. You might learn something from it. Trust me." So I've never shared this story on the live stream before. So I met. So he now said, um, okay. So when he was about leaving, I said, "Please, can I have your number?" In my head, like, I don't want to give this guy my number. But on the second thought, I was like, this guy wants to like disturb me. He will disturb me because at least he knows my house. Since he brought my goods to the house, he already knows my house. So let me just give him the number. If he disturbs me, on worst case scenario, I can just block him. So and I gave him the number. Please, guys, subscribe now. Guys, subscribe and give me likes now. Are you not enjoying my story? Why are you not giving me likes? Likes is free. Just double tap your screen like this and give me likes, please. Big on, please. So he now said, okay. So I gave him the number and he eventually left. So he chatted me in the evening of that day, the night of that day, or a day after. I think it was a day after. No, the night of that day. As soon as he got home, he chatted me and I said, "Oh, you look so beautiful on your face. Hi, keep pushing. Love the effort. Don't give up. Thank you. Just say, I wish I can." Is it just, what's on the name? Let me see the name. Let me see the name properly. Thank you so much, Jesse, for the listen. Please help me subscribe, okay, and tap your listen for likes. So, he now said you look so beautiful. Your face looks like that of these people and on all this brand, like all this soap brand or something. I was on like, oh. I remember I said to you guys that so that time I was modeling. I was a model, okay. What do you think about the? I have to see. Now being considered. I don't know anything about that. Sorry, I don't have any idea about it. So I I now so he now said your face looks so beautiful like that with those people on all this soap all this soap companies stuff like that and all this people that used to go on the banner for some companies. I was like, oh, so that was when I opened up to like I used to model, but getting endorsement was difficult and all of those things. And I was like, oh, so 1 minute, guys. So we kept talking. We kept talking. He now asked to see me. Like he would like to see me. As I then, I was not interested in seeing anybody. In fact, I hardly go out. Even when a guy asks me out, I hardly go out. Like before I go out with a guy, like for outing, okay? Not like a date per se, but like outing. I take my time to study the person and all of that before I like say, okay, yes, okay, let's just go. So he kept on persuading me. I was like, no, I didn't want to hang out. Then there was a time I wanted him to do something for me. Remember I told you guys that he was a PR expert, right? So I let him to do something for me, my image branding or something. So we talked about it, and then he gave me his fee. We have started, so we wanted to like see. That was my first time. I had to go to him. We had conversation. He made some nice food for me, and gradually we started becoming friends. Started having conversation, and guess what? Please, who is following this story? Should I continue the story? Write in the comment section for me to continue. So hungry. Mm. So, oh my god. Okay, I think I can put it up here. So feel free to do so. So I'll be expecting your questions. Feel free to ask. Oh, so ask. I want you guys to know me more. I want you guys to know me better, know what I do, know what my page stands for. So ask anything so I can answer you, then you get to know me more, okay? Yeah. I'm expecting your questions above. I'm expecting your questions. Ask your questions. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ask. I want to show you guys something. To show you guys something on this phone coming. I'm trying to load a video to show you. Meanwhile, ask your question. Anything at all you want to know about me, about my page, about Nigeria. You can ask questions about on love, relationship, marriage. Feel free. Feel free. I'm here. Feel free, guys. Feel free to ask your questions. Ask. Say. Let's imagine this. Since are really so expensive now, imagine this for How much do you think this should cost? Look at that. How much do you think it should cost? Can you see? Bought that for 5,000 naira. Can you imagine that? 5,000 naira. Do you think it's worth it? Is it worth 5,000 naira? That is how crazy things are right now. Things are so expensive. That was without meat. Um, without meat. Without meat. 5,000 naira. I'll show you another video again. Hold on, guys. Now look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this. This is 6,000 naira. Is this 6,000 or 6,500? Can you see how crazy things are over here in Nigeria? Can you see how expensive things are? Food are. It's like 7,000 naira or so. Can you see it? Things are so expensive. You know, a lot of people overseas think that things are not expensive here. Nigeria is easy. You guys are enjoying over in Nigeria. It's not true, guys. We spend so much money over here in Nigeria. Things are so expensive. Things are super duper expensive that if you're earning 500,000 Nigeria, you're still suffering. Yeah, you're still suffering. If you're earning 500,000 Nigeria, you're still suffering. That's how bad things are. Yeah, look at this one. I'm sure I'm down again. I'm sure I'm down again. You can see this. Let me show this. So, this is for how much again? This was like 4,500. It was like 4,500 naira. Can you see that? Can you see? That's noodles, okay? Not some serious food. That is for 4,500 naira. You know, that's how crazy things are right now over here in Nigeria. I just wonder people that are getting married now. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't just know how they do it right now. I don't just know how they do it right now because, like, I've never seen how expensive. I've never like imagined things to be this expensive. You know, over here. Okay, let me show you guys another thing. Look at this. Hold on. I want to show you guys something else again. Let me start it all over. Can you see the furniture here? Can you see the furniture in the video? That's a whole set of furniture. That was me dancing there with my baby when I just betted him newly. It was just like, it was barely a month then. And I was celebrating for the fact that when I wanted to bet him, I almost passed away. I almost lost him as well because I had a very difficult labor. Okay, I had a very difficult labor then. Yes, I had a very difficult labor, and after that, we had to go for emergency CS. So before we could go for emergency CS, because I labored for over 16 hours as a first timer, I labored for over 16 hours. After that 16 hours, we were asked to go for this in the next day. They now booked me for emergency CS the next day. So when they booked me for emergency CS, we had gone for, they took me to the theater, and do you know these doctors were still wasting time for someone that was almost losing her life already. They were still wasting time, and already they told me that my baby's heartbeat was dropping and he was almost pulling in my tummy, and myself, I was already losing my life already. You see, yet the doctors decide to still be wasting time. They're still wasting time until, thank God, to the glory of God, the CS was successful. That's why you see me dancing over there, because I was so grateful that we came out alive. Because at some point it felt like that was the end of everything. But I'm grateful that we came out. I'm going to show you guys another video again of me celebrating. This is still me celebrating. Can you see that? You can see my baby, right? For just a few days. Here he was just 7 days. This was during his naming ceremony. You can see me holding him there. It was so difficult, but I'm grateful that we both came out alive. Okay. I'm grateful and thankful that we both came out alive. Nobody even believed we were going to come out alive, but God did it. So you can see that's why I was so grateful. I was so thankful. I was so happy. I was just so excited. The day you will go through labor, and yeah, I want to show you guys a very interesting video. You're going to love this one. So this was me when I used to model. So there was this person that was doing something, then they invited me to come and give a speech. My God, then it was like my first time giving a speech in such an with such a crowd, like in front of such number of people. I was so tense at first, but later, watch this video, you're gonna love it. Hold on, you're gonna love it. Okay, I was trying to. So look here now. I'm gonna play the video for you guys. You can see. Are you seeing the crowd? That was me then. You can see me there. That was when I was still hot. I was still a hot girl. Hi, I'm Adriana. Please send me a greeting. Hello, Adriana. Where are you watching from? Adriana, good evening. Where are you watching from, Adriana? I'm glad to have you here, okay? Greetings to you, all the way from Nigeria. Where are you watching from? That was me there. That was me giving my speech. You can see, I was giving my speech over there. That was my first time giving my speech in front of so many people, and I did so well. You can see the boldness, right? Adriana, where are you watching from? It's good to have you here, okay? So you can see. Can you see the boldness? Can you see? Can you see that? Can you see? I was in front of a large number of people. Okay. Yeah, so guys, I want to go now because I need to plug my phone. My battery is coming down and there's no light at the moment, so I have to turn on the generator. So I need to make use of the generator to at least charge my phone before we get it off. Thank you so much for those that joined. Thank you for those that might have subscribed. I love you guys all. Catch me again same time tomorrow, and I'll also be streaming in the morning. I love you guys. Bye.